Hello and welcome back to Storylines and Theories here on the Ready to React show. I'm LR Reactor and I've been gone for about 2 months. I missed all you guys. A few of you that watched the show, I appreciate it. As you know, this is not my. I have a real job and house and cars and bills, and my real job sometimes takes me away from home and traveling a lot and on assignment. So I'm just getting back and I've been gone for a while, and a lot of stuff has happened in between there. Of course, Black Panther. I'm wearing my Black Panther shirt. Just killed it in the market in the movie theaters, and I'm so happy about that movie. It was fantastic, and it's vaulted to my second favorite Marvel movie. And Avengers is still number one, and I suspect that Avengers: Infinity War coming up very soon is going to beat that and beat out and drop Black Panther to my number three movie overall. But it was a fantastic movie. Hopefully, you guys have probably already seen it already. We're not going to go into review. Everybody's done that already, and I've been keeping up with things. Always checking my Twitter and Facebook, and I watch a lot of other great YouTubers out there, such as John Campia. Heroes with John Schnepp. I do catch Emergency Awesome quite a bit, so they keep me in the loop. And then I want this show. I want to share my opinions with you guys and get your opinions as well about what's going on in superhero fantasy and sci-fi movies and TV as well. So let's get into it. So obviously the big thing has been the Infinity War trailer that hit. We're very close to this movie coming out, and there was some. When I first saw that trailer, I was like, "Wow, man, this looks great." And then when the second one came out, I was like, man, this is going to be awesome. Just great. But there were some things in there that kind of caught me off guard a little bit. But we'll talk about that in just a minute. And I questioned it. I was like, immediately tweeted out to the community out there about it. And we'll talk about it on this show coming up. But first of all, the biggest thing is, why do you think, I think Marvel has an Easter egg twist for pretty much for where the Soul Stone is at. Now, the Soul Stone is the only one that has not appeared in any of the movies, and a lot of theories of where it may be. Theory one: Hemdell. People think Hemdell is the manifestation of the Soul Stone, that it created itself into a person, and Hemdell is the living Soul Stone himself. Why people say that? Because he can see the souls of everyone across the galaxy. Now, I thought more that was, something that just was the power of the Asgardian, what they call Bifrost machine that allowed to do it. But no, Hemdell has that power himself. We saw that in Thor Ragnarok, how he was able to, find people, and even in all the Thor movies, he was able to locate people through their souls. So that's a very valid point, and he's been alive all during these movies, and he's on that ship with Thor when Thanos attacks. So let's see if he gets portaled off or something happens to him there. But that's a good theory. I can see that. I give that about a 40% chance of happening. Possibly he has it. The other theory is that it is in Wakanda, that somebody thinks it's buried in the meteorite, of the vibranium meteorite. So, and that's how, Black Panther, T'Challa, is able to connect to the ancestral plane and talk to the souls of all the other Panther kings and the Panther god himself. Now, that one, maybe. I mean, people were saying, "Oh, why are they coming to Wakanda to attack?" Well, obviously, Vision's there in Wakanda in the trailer, so maybe they're coming to get the Mind Stone. But could they be going there because somewhere, the Soul Stone is secretly there? Maybe Black Panther doesn't even know it's there. Maybe it is buried under vibranium. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, well, that could be because when he lays down in that dust and the temple there to talk to the ancestral plane, like, oh, okay, he's able to. Maybe it's under the ground there. But then I said, wait a minute, he was able to access the ancestral plane in the M'Baku's kingdom and the snow. So obviously, it had nothing to do with the ground there. But maybe it's just under, if you're in Wakanda anywhere, if it is buried in a meteorite, that it affects you anywhere. So who knows? I don't know. And then why is Black Panther the only one able to access it? I don't know. Or maybe able to access it because, again, those heart-shaped plant, not is there, grows and glows because it is affected by the Soul Stone in the ground, and because of that, it glows and gives them the powers they need. Powers come from the Stone, which could make sense. Just like Scarlet Witch powers come from the Mind Stone. maybe the powers of the heart-shaped herb comes from the soul stone, which you ingest it, and then it allows you to enter the soul and contact souls of the ancestral plane. So that's, again, I'll give that a 25% option. That out of 100, that's a possibility as well. Now, the third option, people are saying that it's just Thanos already has it, maybe, and they've CGI'd out it in the promo, so you only see 2 stones, or it's somewhere else just undiscovered out there in space. Now, I tend to think that may be the option because I just can't imagine out of the universe, and the hundreds of thousands of planets and stars, millions even, that 4 Infinity Stones were hidden on Earth, Midgard or whatever. 4 were hidden here. So you tell me the Time Stone's here. The Ether, which is the Reality Stone, was here. Okay. The Tesseract in first Captain America was hidden here. And now the Soul Stone. So Earth must be the great hiding place of the universe, I guess. That's where you hide all your good stuff at. Because to have 4 Infinity Stones in, Earth, that's kind of crazy. But, it could happen. We already got 3. So what difference to make if the 4th one comes through? So maybe that's it. Now, I want to throw a theory out there to you that, and please reply back. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, at ReadyToRack now, at gmail.com even. And even in the comment section below, leave your comments. I want to get your opinion. I think there could be an outside chance, I'm talking a 10% chance, that perhaps Marvel may use the Soul Stone as an opportunity to introduce another character into MCU. Now they had, I don't know if you know this or not, Marvel got the rights back for Ghost Rider. Okay? And Ghost Rider can, peer into the souls of his victims, or with his pen and stare, and cleanse them and cause them pain and finish them off. Could he possibly have the Soul Stone? Could Ghost Rider power? Because maybe they're changing the mythos. They're not going to say his power came from Mephisto or the devil himself or anything like that. Maybe his powers manifest from the Soul Stone somehow, and he's able to, sear into the soul of people and with his pen and stare. Who knows? It's a wild idea, but if anybody could pull that off, and we've seen before how Marvel will throw a curveball at us and introduce a character that we haven't ever seen before, that we haven't seen in the MCU, that we know exists there. That's a part of the Marvel comics, but not really part of the MCU just yet. And Ghost Rider had 2 movies, but they were outside of the MCU. Could they do this? It would be fantastic if they did. I think, people will go absolutely crazy if they, all of a sudden you see this big battle in Wakanda or a battle in the street, and all of a sudden you see a flaming head, motorcycle in the distance with the flames on it. People would lose their mind. And this Ghost Rider, and he actually has the Soul Stone somehow. That's an outside chance, guys. I get it. I'm just throwing it out there. Let me tell me what you think. I'm curious, but it's going to be very interesting where the Soul Stone is. So, again, send me your comments, thoughts, and theories. Here, this is Storylines and Theories show that we're talking about. So I want to get laying out these storylines, and I want to get your theories on this. So it'll be very interesting. Now, a couple of things I want to talk about too is in the trailer itself. There are a couple of things that set me back. I love the trailer. It's fantastic. But I'm a lifelong comic book reader for many years, back in the 70s even. I'm sorry. Captain America, when I saw Captain America holding back Thanos' hand, getting ready to crush him, okay, 2 things came to mind. Okay. Either Captain America has some kind of vibranium I don't know, defense system or something that's helping him hold that back just for a little bit, even though he's losing the battle. He's losing the battle going down, but still. Or that's not Captain America or something, because I'm going to tell you right now, boys and girls, Captain America is, if you really look into the mythos, Captain America, serum is supposed to make him the height of human perfection. Excellent acrobatics, the most strength a human can have, things of that nature. Now they've upped his powers, obviously, where he's a lot stronger. He's holding a helicopter in one arm like this in Winter Soldier, in Civil War. Okay, fine, you want to up his powers, but let me just be clear. Captain America is nowhere near as strong as Spider-Man, and they're making him. If that is him holding Thanos' hand, and even if that was Spider-Man, I'm sorry, Thanos is as strong as the Hulk. Okay, and if you guys remember, if you don't remember, go back and watch the Incredible Hulk. That's part of the MCU, not the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. When the Abomination was there, and Blonsky was not the Abomination. He had the Super Soldier Serum in him, the same serum that Captain America had in him. We saw what happened when a guy with the Super Soldier Serum like Captain America goes against the Hulk. The Hulk just kicked him, boom, against the wall, against the tree, broken bones everywhere. Thought he was dead, but the Super Soldier Serum healed him, made him, healed him really quick, and he survived. But knowing that, and knowing that Thanos is just as strong as the Hulk, if not stronger, I'm sorry, you're not holding back Thanos' hand. So, one, like I said, Captain America has some kind of vibranium technology assisting him that made him hold him off. Two, Captain America has a soul gem on him, or some gem on him that's powering him up. That's why Thanos was looking at him like, straining. Thanos was straining a little bit, like, how is this guy resisting me? Or three, they just are gonna say Captain America is a lot stronger than he is, and I have a problem with that because he's not. He's not. I'm sorry, he's not. So I don't know how that's gonna turn out. I'm sure it's some kind of twist and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens on that. But I just was taken aback by that a little bit. Like, I love Captain America, but come on now. Let's be realistic, okay? He wouldn't be able to stop the Hulk's hand. He damn well can't stop Thanos. So anyway, and he has two Infinity Stones on the gauntlet as well. So who knows how powered up he is. Anyway, tell me what you think about that and what you thought, and how if you thought that was kind of hilarious and put a wink in the eye like, what's going on here? But that being said, that's fine. Now, one thing I want to say, everybody's talking about Infinity War, that they think the stakes are going to be really high and some people are going to die in Infinity War. And I'm going to tell you that's true. Some people are going to die in Infinity War. But I believe it's a twist. I believe that there are going to be significant people, some major heroes, Iron Man, maybe Captain America, Falcon, whatever, that are going to die in Infinity War. And this is also this goes back to my theory with Captain America holding Thanos' arm back. I talked about this in past shows. A lot of the Avengers that we see fighting are not really the Avengers, are not really themselves. They're Skrulls. We're gonna find out, and I think in Infinity War, that when someone gets killed, let's say Captain America gets killed by Thanos, he's laying there dead, and all of a sudden his body turns, he starts changing, and his body's turned back to a Skrull face. And they're like, everybody's like, what is this? Who is this? What happened to Captain America? And Captain America hasn't been Captain America for probably like 3 or 4 years. Captain America, cut away, is locked up in a jail, Skrull jail somewhere, or a detention center, where he's been abducted years ago. And this Skrull has been masquerading as Captain America, or as Hawkeye, or as Black Widow, or as, no, definitely not the Hulk. We know that. And, probably, yeah, anybody else, they could probably be anybody else. Even Tony Stark, after Iron Man 2, after Iron Man 3, they could have switched Tony Stark because he had an operation to get the thing out of his chest, the arc reactor. So if he was a Skrull, they would have saw his physiology and his autonomy being different. So probably it could be Iron Man after Iron Man 3, which is maybe why he felt the way he did in Civil War. Who knows? But we're going to find out. That's going to lead into Captain Marvel. That's going to lead into, Captain Marvel's going to discover, find out that maybe she finds out that some of these Avengers are not Avengers, they're Skrulls. And they're just fighting along with the regular Avengers as part of their mission to stop Thanos, because Thanos wants to wipe half the universe out. So Skrulls have an interest in keeping that from happening as well. But I think we're going to find out these are dramatic deaths, and the deaths don't really happen. And there's like 3 or 4 Avengers locked up in some other place, on a Skrull jail or Skrull ship, and they've been there for years. And that's gonna lead us into Secret Wars, into the Skrull invasion after they dispatch Thanos. But that's a twist. Let's think about that for a minute, how they could do that, because maybe that's how Captain America able to hold Thanos' arm off, hand down. He's a Skrull, and maybe the Skrulls have super strength as well. They could change the idea of a Skrull. I don't think it'd be the Super Skrull. That would be cool if it was, but they can shape change. So that could be something to look out for. I'm saying it now, so if it happens in about what 5 weeks, we can say, oh yeah, that was a good call. I'll pat myself on the back for that. So if it happens that way, if it doesn't, then hey, dumb idea. But tell me what you think about that as well. I really think that may be happening. As that the Skrulls are already invaded. I think we already know that. Who they are, who knows? Nick Fury, who knows who they are? So we'll see. Another thing that happened this week is we found out, a couple of months ago that Fox decided to take New Mutants and push it back a year. It was like, okay, maybe they want to get the story right or whatever. All right, and so we're like, okay, great. We get Deadpool, and we get Dark Phoenix. Now I started getting worried about Dark Phoenix around Christmas time of 2017. I was like, okay, we haven't seen a teaser trailer. We haven't seen a trailer, nothing. What's going on? This movie comes out in 3 or 4 months. That's when I started to get nervous. And I said, something's wrong here. And then I said, okay, when the Fox Disney merger was kind of being talked about, I said, maybe they're holding on to the movie because they want to change the whole universe and they don't know if they want to release it yet. Okay, maybe that's happening. But then they said, no, we're going ahead with Venom and some of their other projects. I'm like, okay, I guess they're keeping the universe alive until the deal's done, which would maybe take a year or 2 if it's approved. And then they pushed back Dark Phoenix. And I'm like bummed. Like, come on, I wanted to see this. Now, there are rumors that test screenings were bad, that people didn't like it, and maybe it wasn't grand enough. I don't know, because in that universe you're gonna have to introduce aliens, the Shi'ar Empire, Shi'ar Empire, and people like that. And I just never looked at the X-Men universe, the new one, as being able to accept the existence of a space race coming down or something like that. And I never knew how they were going to do the Dark Phoenix, and some of the promos or the posters I wasn't really digging. I'm like, yeah, this looked kind of weird. So I don't know. The X-Men universe is 2 things. Either there's a disaster with these 2 movies, they don't know what they want to do with them, or they decided, hey, let's not put out crap or something that's not going to work like Justice League did just to get it out. Let's think about it. Let's redo this. Let's have a different approach. And maybe that's what they're doing. If that's what they're doing, fine. Roll it back a year. But, let's get closer and closer to the Marvel deal being done possibly. So we'll see what happens with that. And if that's what they're doing. But I'm a little concerned with the whole Fox thing. But Fox is getting out of this anyway. So they're continuing to make movies. And even the Venom movie, I mean, I saw the trailer. It's fine. If you didn't know it was Venom, I don't know. I think it's some kind of psycho horror movie. I don't know. But I'm concerned a little bit because look, you can't. I just understand how Marvel understands. Marvel gets it. DC and Fox, Sony, I'm sorry, and even Fox, in some aspect, doesn't understand how to put together a story, how to connect all the lines, all the strings, different characters to lead to one point. So you got DC, and I'll talk about this another time, but they decide, hey, we're going to do this, this, and this. We're going to do Superman, okay. And then when the Superman Batman, like, okay. And then we're going to jump to Suicide Squad. And then just no order, make no sense. Introduce the heroes, then go into your storylines, go into your other offset worlds. Or, better yet, and I'll talk about this in another show, do the Justice League right from the beginning. Because the one thing that I've always said is that DC never understood is all your characters are known. They're known, they're ancient. People know who Wonder Woman is back from the 50s. Superman from the 50s. Batman. Even Aquaman. So you don't have to tell the story that Marvel had to tell individually necessarily to explain who Iron Man is and Thor. That's not as well known to me and you, yes, but to the red general public. But everybody knew Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman. So you can start off with the Justice League. You don't have to be Darkseid, but maybe they're fighting Starro or something, whatever. And then branch off to individual movies. But I'm not going to get into that now. But anyway, they screwed up. And now you got Sony doing the same thing. Like, we're going to have a Venom movie without Spider-Man. I don't think people understand. The symbiote is a living organism, okay? But it gains the properties and powers of the host, if there are any. So technically, the symbiote got on me. It would just get on me and maybe protect me, and it wouldn't give me any more strength than maybe a little more strength but not it wouldn't have anything to enhance or to absorb because I don't have any powers. The whole point of Venom is the symbiote attached to Spider-Man, and it gained the powers of a spider. But it could shoot his own organic webs out of his suit. It had the same powers as Spider-Man had. That was the whole thing. So the symbiote had that power, and then when left Spider-Man kept those powers and went to the next person or whoever it latched on. If you don't have Spider-Man connected to this, how are you going to explain how the symbiote has a spider logo on it and has spider powers? So I'm not sure what to expect of Venom. I'm excited. I like Tom Hardy. I want to see what they're doing, but I have grave concerns with this. I really do. I just don't know. The flashback. Maybe they're doing flashbacks. Hey, this happened. I had a battle with Spider-Man, and I left, and we had agreement. So they may do a quick 5-minute flashback, explain it all, and that's fine. They want to do that. I wish and then we'll catch up on the black suit with maybe in the MCU. They'll explain more about it, how he got it, and how it became Venom. But I don't know. But I'm happy to see it. I want to see it, but I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. So, But anyway, again, guys, so good to be back with you guys. Thank you for joining me for Storylines and Theories. Leave your comments below in the comment section below. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook. Hope to have more shows out more and more. Again, I work quite a bit, but I do enjoy this. Even talking to the people, I don't have that many followers, but I have some that always watch the show, and I appreciate it because I like to get your opinions and everything. And continue to talk about comics and sci-fi and movies and go on and on and on. Hopefully you're watching, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, all the DC stuff I love on TV, although some of the things are losing me a little bit. They're losing me. Supergirl's losing me a little bit. But, we'll see how that comes around. So anyway, thanks a lot. I'm LR Reactor. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.